Alright, so I wanted to do an Ed Brown part 2 video to kind of go over my experience that I've had with the pistol. I put a video up about 2 years ago, and I've had it for 2 years and I've been using it, and I kind of wanted to give you my experience here looking back now at what I thought of the pistol and some of the issues that I had. So right now it's sitting in the custom Savoy leather holster that I had made. I asked them to make me one with the Captain America shield, and look how good of a work they did with that. It is fantastic. It is beautiful. So if you're looking for a nice holster, definitely check them out, Savoy leather. They'll make you something custom. You want like a Lego Batman? They do that, so it's really cool. So let's check the pistol. Let's go ahead and safety check it here. Okay, it is safe. And what are my thoughts? Well, after 2 years of owning it, wow, this gun is really accurate. It really is. I mean, you can just, it's a tack driver. You can just shoot in the same hole if you want to. It's kind of like a Nighthawk or anything else with that custom quality level. And that's great. The gun's great. Other than I did have to send it back to Ed Brown for some problems that have not been resolved, unfortunately. So what were those problems? Well, this has got Ed Brown's Gen 4 coating on it, which they say is like super durable, best thing ever. And I'm not usually one to worry about finish wear on a firearm. I mean, if you're going to use a firearm, it's going to get, finish wear on it from holstering and so forth. I don't mind that. But what's actually happening is when this thing ejects shells, the shells are bouncing off the front of the slide here, right above the ejection port here, and it chews the finish off of the gun. And that's not cool, It's like it's biting its nose to spite its face. It's a beautiful gun. The coating has held up the holstering and everything else, but I mean that brass is hitting it pretty hard. I have some slow-mo footage of that to show you the ejection pattern. It kind of ejects maybe closer to like a 1 o'clock, All my other 1911s, I have a Nighthawk custom, a Smith & Wesson. They eject pretty much out the side, if not maybe sometimes a little angle backwards. This one's ejecting pretty straight, and then they bounce off the front. So I had to send it back to Ed Brown. And what did Ed Brown tell me? Well, Ed Brown told me that I just didn't lube the pistol enough, which I was kind of shocked. I was like, really? It was lubricated pretty well. I know how to lubricate a 1911. This isn't my first rodeo with one of these. I have owned several 1911s over the years, Kimbers, Springfield Armories. I didn't just jump into the custom world of 1911s and then be my first ones. I learned on less expensive 1911s, and I've used that platform for a long time and wanted to move into the custom world, this Ed Brown being the first one that I got. So, and I use Wilson Combat lubrication. I use the Wilson Combat lube, which is great 1911 lube, probably the best out there for the 1911. So they said that was the issue, and they charged me like $150 to refinish the slide here. Then they sent it back. So I was $200 all in, $50 shipping both ways, and then $150 for them to refinish it. Only to find as soon as I got it back, boom, the shells were ejecting off, and they were chewing up the finish. So what do I do? Okay, well, I haven't, some people are like, you gotta sell that gun, and I'll take a hit on it. I mean, it's a 1911, it's $3,000. I'm not gonna sell it for $2,500 and take the hit. I'm gonna keep it. I just put black electrical tape there. As silly as that sounds, it doesn't get through the black electrical tape and wear off the finish. Other than that, the gun's been great. Like I said, it's unfortunately, I don't find it to be satisfactory that it chews itself finish off. I mean, I don't agree with that. So I know that, some people might not think that's a big deal for me for a $3,000 gun that has an issue that I wouldn't have out of a $600 1911. Maybe I take a little bit of a problem with that. Maybe I'm just too picky. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you think I'm warranted in being upset with that type of performance. But it does well every other way that you can imagine. I mean, it shoots well. It doesn't jam. It just has that little bit of a problem. So I also thought about maybe getting it bead blasted and taking the finish off. But the reason I bought this gun was I loved the finish. I loved the color. It just seems to be the problem is it wants to chew that finish off, which, is what it is, I guess. So some people And I did research before I bought this Ed Brown 2 years ago. They're always worried about Ed Brown's customer service. So I've heard they have terrible customer service. Well, yeah, they kind of do. They kind of do from my experience. Now, I wanted to go ahead and say, though, that Justin at Ed Brown, great guy, really wants to help. We'll spend 20 minutes on the phone with you, helping you out if you need him to. But, the gun got in, Justin got it, and he sent it into the back of the gunsmiths, and, the gunsmiths, all of our guns are fine, there's no problem. It must be something he's doing. And Justin works in the customer service, so he has to take what they say, and that's what he passed on to me. So the problem wasn't ever fixed. So I got a $3,000 gun that, eats its own finish off, so kind of upsets me. Well, since then, I've gotten a Nighthawk Custom, and I would definitely recommend looking into them. I mean, I still like this gun. I think the Nighthawk's obviously better, as well as probably Wilson Combat. I don't have one of those yet. But this thing being a commander gun with the bobtail, it's just special. I don't think anybody else makes a bobtailed Commander 1911 in the custom world as nice as this one. It just has this little issue there. I don't know what to do with it. It does tick me off, I would say. So if you're worried, does Ed Brown really have bad customer service? Yes, they do. I got charged, $200 to be told that it was my fault and the problem wasn't fixed. That actually happened. So apparently I don't know how to lubricate a 1911, even though I have like 6 of them, and I shoot them all the time, even reload ammunition just to shoot the 1911s more so I can get more trigger time on the gun. I don't know what I'm talking about, so that you can imagine being upset. But, let me see if I can't get a close shot of it here for you. Let's see if we can't focus it in right about there. So there's the marks that it's doing. So when I got it back from Ed Brown, obviously the slide was finished, and I fired 1 magazine, and those marks happened from that 1 magazine. So I've been putting electrical tape on it ever since. You can also see right at the front of the ejection port, and that might be kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but here, let me try this. Right there, right about here, you can see right on the inside of the ejection port, it's chewed off the finish a lot there too, which I've seen that in other 1911s. That's not normally a problem, but you can definitely tell that the shells are definitely hitting here and bouncing and rolling off the gun. So it's definitely doing that. And I have some slow-mo footage for you to watch and see what I'm talking about. So watch the slow-mo footage. You'll see the ejection. And that's just kind of been my experience with this Ed Brown for the last 2 years. So, please leave comments below. Watch the video, see what you think. Please like this video. If you'd like, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to do some more videos. I'm going to do a video on a Nighthawk Custom here shortly. Probably do a video on this holster. And as well as a few other things. So let me know what you think in the comments. And come up right now is the slow-mo footage.